Hello and welcome back to the channel, or welcome to the channel, whichever one it may be. And if you are new here, please feel free to like, subscribe, comment, do all those wonderful things. And yeah, just let me know what you think. Anyway, we're back finally with the mini kit series. I know it's been a hot minute, but we're back with the mini kit series. We are working on seeing how long they actually take to work up, and will they actually fit in a frame. So today we're going to do a Paintgem. We were doing a comparison between several companies: Paintgem, Pretty Little Gem, Dreamer Designs, Diamond Art Club, and Amazon, to see how their mini kits are. There's nothing in there. So today we're going to do Paintgem. I don't think I did Paintgem. I think I did Pretty Little Gem and Diamond Art Club so far. As far as comparing them, yeah, because this is the one we're going to do. This is the one we already did to just compare the kits and see how they look, how they act and work up and stuff. And in case you didn't know, we have them in a little bag because we were traveling with these kits. So we're comparing them to see how they handle as far as traveling. How small can you condense them down to take with you on a vacation? Or like we just had an ice storm happen. Maybe you need to get away from your house because of a storm. You don't have a lot of time to pack and you don't have a lot of space to pack in. So you just really need to condense everything down as small as possible. So that's what I am doing, is comparing these kits to see that aspect. So we're going to go ahead and work on this today to see how long this actually will take to work up. For me, every diamond painter obviously diamond paints at different speeds and has different levels of diamond painting. So yeah, look at this donut. Doesn't that look like fun? Wow. All right. Well, anyway, the cinnamon roll is the one I chose because I was trying to stick with something that was more simplistic and easy kind of to do-ish. This would probably give you a better estimate of how long they will take in general, because it does have more to it, like that one. But I was also trying to stick relatively to similar time lengths as far as they go. I couldn't tell you what the other ones are. It's been a hot minute since I did this, so feel free to leave in the comments if you've watched them and what one, and how long they have worked up so far, because I can't remember. Anyway, we're using only what comes with the kit as well. So we have our toolkit here. We have our drills. They're still in the bags. These one came pre-bagged. So they're ready to go. And I think we'll just go ahead and get into this. So I'm just going to stop the video and restart the video. All right, if you hear any noise in the background, my fan might turn on. So my heating might turn on. Is this one in there? Yeah, that one's in there. Let me put these over here out of the way. Let's go ahead and get started on this. Let's see how long this one will take. All right. So how is everybody doing? The ice storm wasn't too spectacular. Actually, I called off work. So I worked Saturday and nothing happened. And then Sunday I was already off, and it was pretty bad on Sunday. Like, it was a lot of wind and rain and snow and sleet and everything just kind of going on. And then Monday I woke up and it was still kind of like gross outside. But Monday got kind of warmer than I expected, but I called off work because I didn't think it would be safe for me to drive. I have like around a 40 to like 45 minute drive to work. So, I don't know what the roads are gonna look like after you leave my town, and my town was looking pretty bad because I live in a small town in South Carolina and they don't know what to do with the roads. So I didn't know what I should do. They're in like numerical order here. It's kind of funny. And then we got the greens, purples. All right, let's find the next color and then I'll continue talking. I don't think any of these colors are going to be in it, so I'm just going to grab these and put them away because they're just not looking like they're going to be in it. All right, now you two are also not in it. Nope. Yes, yes. No. Yes. 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 Okay. And there's one more color that I'm going to have to try to go find. I think. Maybe I have it already. Maybe I have them all. No, I might have them all. Oh, wow. There's not very many colors in this. 5? 6 from the looks of it. 6 in total colors in this particular one. So anyway, yeah. So I called off work because I didn't know what the roads were going to be like. And then it like almost was completely melted 3 hours into my shift. So I was like, well, maybe I could have tackled it and driven to work, but I didn't know. You know, like you don't know what it's going to do. And they're saying, oh, it's going to refreeze, don't go out. And like the town roads looked pretty nasty. So, you know, like I don't know. You don't know what it's going to be like or how it's going to be or something. Like maybe I should have had more of an idea because it was already melting, but I was like, didn't want to risk it and get, you know, like stranded somewhere or, you know, have a problem because I honestly need new tires on my car. It's been a hot minute. We already changed my husband's car to new tires, but my car has not been done, and we had them done around the same time last time. Now he does do more driving than I do, so I can get away with going longer on my tires, but they're starting to get to a point where it's like, I probably need new tires. So there's the tire aspect. One of my tires had a puncture in it, so it loses air a little bit over time. Like it's not horrible, but it does, you know, the problems with not having any money and being able to just go and get a new tire. Anyway, it's been pretty much okay, manageable. I haven't added air in a while, so I think it's good now. It's just, but anyway. So, you know, there was that. I don't have the best tires on my car. I have a Jeep Renegade, but if you don't know anything about the Jeep Renegade, you might think, oh yeah, it's a Jeep. It's fine. No, it's basically your standard car. It's not a Jeep. It does not have four-wheel drive. It's not a 4x4 by any means. This is a front-wheel drive car. And, you know, it's okay, but it's still a standard car with bad tires right now. So I didn't want to risk it. Okay, I just didn't want to risk it. And then I felt bad for not going. And then I was like, but the store wasn't even open because I called the emergency line and the store wasn't even open. And then all of a sudden I called it, like, I think I was supposed to start at 11 and I think I recalled it again at 1 o'clock in the afternoon because I was like, oh shoot, like it's starting to look like it's melting and it's not as bad. Maybe I could have gone. And the store was open for associates only at that point. So I don't know if they ever opened it to the public, but it was closed when I called. So like when I called out, the store was closed, not open. Nobody contacted any of us, I'm sure, to say, hey, look, here's what's going on for today. If you're working, if you're not working, you know, so like, I'm just like, but anyway, I hit 90 days with the company, so there's that. I've been with them for 90 days and have called out 3 times. Twice because I was genuinely sick, and once because of weather aspects. So I don't think it's too bad, you know. I really don't. Just don't know if they're going to count this against me or not. So we'll see what happens. You know, when they ask, I can just explain, hey, look, I live 40 minutes away. I didn't know if I should risk it or not. So I made a choice based upon that. Anyway. Yeah. And some of them already know that I live like farther away. Some of them, a lot of them live close enough to the store that it, you know, like doesn't matter, but I don't. So, yeah. Anyway, it's a job. It's a job. It's not that bad. If I still have it, I still have it. If I don't, because I had 3 points and I called out, well, my bad. Life will go on and I'll find another job. My husband and I are talking about moving back to Florida, so we'll see what happens with that. Part of me doesn't want to, like, I really like it here, and we have 7 cats, and trying to get 7 cats in our little house in Florida might be a problem, but, you know, like, we still have the house in Florida, so there's got to be a reason why we weren't able to sell it. Even though now I think we could actually make what we were asking for on the house. Like, we could actually get our asking amount on the house in Florida and then be able to get a loan up here on this house instead, so my parents aren't paying it for us. But that would mean that we have to have, you know, income coming in. And if I don't have a job, we don't have income. So anyway... life will move on, right? It usually does, and we're usually okay in the end. But, let's see. Oh, so my 3D printer is running. It's not doing anything at the moment, but it should start making noise as it runs. It's kind of quiet in the house, so we'll see how it goes. And I've still been really sniffly and stuffed up since I had that, whatever it is that I had last month. So I'm sorry if I sound a little nasally. I don't know if I do or not, but if I do, that's why, because I'm still a little stuffed up from everything that has happened. Anyway, we fared through the ice storm pretty well, though. We didn't lose power once, so, you know, like, thank God for that, because we were prepared as best as we could be, but we don't have a generator, so we wouldn't have been able to run the air conditioning unit, which I don't even know how we would run that anyway. We have space heaters we could, I suppose, have used. So it was gonna be my husband and I and 7 cats in one room if the power went out. And that's what we did Saturday night. We hauled everybody into the room and we closed the bedroom door and we set up the space heater to warm up the space so that it would be already warm in case we lost power. We ended up waking up and still having power, and we were like sweating, and yeah, it was kind of interesting. But, yeah. So this, I guess, is basically a whip and chat, because we're just seeing how long this is going to take to do. If you haven't watched any of the series so far, feel free to go check it out and comment on my video of what you think of the rest of the series. I thought it was a pretty cool idea to do, to compare these companies. Because, you know, like, you see them all the time, these little mini kits, and they're great for traveling. Like, I really do feel like this is a great thing to take with you when you travel. And, you know, like, as far as, like, how long it takes someone, obviously, I'm multi-place, so I might be faster than someone else who just single places. Because I do multi-place. So, like, you know, instead of just 1 going down, sometimes it's 2, or in this case, up to 3, because this has a 3. Like, it can comfortably hold 3 drills on it. So, you know, like, instead of just 1 going down, it's 3 there, you know, so, that could change how long it takes someone. But at the same time, we do this craft mostly for relaxation and enjoyment of ourselves as just, you know, something to do when we're not doing other stuff, like working on a job or cooking or cleaning or, you know, doing other stuff. Some of us do this instead of sitting and watching TV at night. Some of us do this while we sit and watch TV at night. I'm one of those. I like to watch TV all the time. Pretty much have TV running like 24/7. Not really, because I don't run it when I'm asleep. I don't have the TV on when I'm sleeping. I can't do that one. Not that I haven't been able to. It's, you know, like I'm able to sleep with the TV on. I chose not to. So, you know, when I'm diamond painting though, I do have the TV on, and it's usually for background noise more than actually watching something. So I usually pick shows that doesn't really matter if you watch them. You know, like if you just look up every once in a while, oh, okay, yeah, they're doing that. If it's something that it matters a little bit if you watch it, then it becomes a little bit more difficult because then you're more focused on the show than you are your diamond painting. But for me, I like to just sit, watch TV, and diamond paint. Not really watch. Listen to TV and diamond paint. You could obviously do this with the radio on. Yeah, but like I said, this is a great one for traveling because they're so small and there's different ones. So there's like different little canvases inside of it. So you have multiple different little canvases to work on, but they're small. You could also, I suppose, take bookmarks or coasters or something like that with you as well. Those are generally small too, don't take up a lot of space, and yeah. And then, you know, you'd have something else if you're reading a book while on vacation. But I do find myself doing this more than reading books and doing stuff like that instead. You know, I'm just gonna sit and diamond paint and listen to music, and I'm like, what do other people do while I'm sitting and diamond painting? You know, sometimes you go on vacation with someone and they're like, oh, let's just take a break and we'll just read our books, or in my case, I can diamond paint. And everybody just kind of relaxes together at the same time. And that's kind of fun because, you know, sometimes people just want to stay in their hotel rooms, or, you know, if you're on a cruise, you're just sitting up on the cruise deck, just, you know, watching other people swim in the pool. Because you don't want to. We went on the Alaska cruise. I don't think we went in the pool once. Caribbean cruises, I usually go in the pool at least once. I don't tend to on like cruises or vacation, like hotel vacations and stuff, especially if there's a lot of kids in the pool, then I kind of steer clear of the pools. It just doesn't appeal to me to be kicked around or like kicked while swimming. The little kids, you know, swimming by and they're kicking their little feet in the water because that's how they're swimming. And they just happen to like kick you while they're swimming. It's not the most appealing. Not that I mind having the kids, you know, but when you're on a cruise and you look at those pools and they're full of people, it's just not as appealing to go climb in the pool. And you can find the adult only pool, I suppose, but there's still usually a group of people in it, and you can't actually swim. Most of the time, you're just floating around in the water. And while I love to be in the water, I like to swim. Yeah. So, that's me on vacation. I like to swim. I like to go to beaches and stuff because you can swim. in the ocean. And not saying I don't like pools. I don't mind pools. But I do feel like they're a little bit of a cesspit sometimes of germs and stuff as well. Especially if there are a lot of kids swimming in there. Oh, I don't hear my thing running. I'll have to check that out. I don't know if talking while doing this makes a difference too. You know, like, am I going slower because I'm talking? But like I said, you know what? It's up to you how, you know, like long it takes. It depends on your level of diamond painting. And it also depends on how quick you want to finish it. Like, do you want to rush through it and finish it really quick? Or do you want to just take your time, chill, and enjoy it? So, you know. All right. Oh, my back hurts today. Oh my gosh. I think it's because my husband and I both got this new game that we've been playing. So I've been sitting on the couch in a different position than how I would normally sit on the couch, because normally I'd be diamond painting. So I normally sit kind of on the edge of the couch to diamond paint. But now I'm sitting more towards the back of the couch, so it's putting my back in a different position from what I normally sit. And I think that's just why my back is like super sore today. It's not a happy back. It's like, what have you been doing to me? So today I was like, well, my husband's not home. That's the other thing too, is he's been home. So he has the weekends off. He's off Saturday and Sunday, no matter what. I work both jobs normally on the weekends. So I'm not home on the weekends. So last week, he took Friday and Monday off because I was supposed to have Saturday and Sunday off as well. So we would have had 4 days together. But he took Friday and Monday off because I was still off Friday and Monday. So we ended up having at least the 2 days together, even though they weren't together. We had the 2 days together. Because I ended up getting scheduled and working on Saturday and Sunday. And then it sucked because I tried to do extra, I think, that weekend on my second job. And it was just, it's not going to happen anymore. It's not. I can't do the extra and work the other job, or be at the other job for 11. Like, it isn't gonna happen. But anyway, I mean, back when it was just us, me working the one job and relying on that income, then yeah, I did the extra every time because you needed to. But now I can't do the extra and be to work on time at my other job. I honestly wish the one job would hire me full-time rather than just a part-timer. So the first job that I had, the one that I've had for, I mean, I don't even know how long ago I quit my other job. I left my other job and started doing the first job that I'm working. The merchandiser job, I guess I can. So I run around to stores and stock shelves. I'm a merchandiser. And I like being that. I actually enjoy being a merchandiser. There are times where it's frustrating, but I like that job. And that job I'd rather have full-time than the store. I don't want to be full-time at the store. I'm not even a full-timer now. I'm technically a part-timer, but I get 40 hours every week. How does that work? How does that work? Like anywhere else, in my past experience, when you were a part-timer for a store, you got like 2 days, maybe 3. And they were always like 6-hour shifts. you never got 8-hour shifts. You definitely didn't get 40 hours. But here it's 40 hours every week. I don't know. It's frustrating. It's hard. I need to go get the disability card for my knees, I think, now. So that if I have a bad day with my knees and I can barely walk, I don't have to worry about it. Because I have bad knees. I don't know even, like, how it happened. It's just out of the blue. Like, oh, your knees don't want to work anymore. Well, thanks. I mean, I have, like, meniscus tears and stuff in them. So it's, you know, it's something that surgery probably could help, I suppose. But then it's doing surgery, and I don't know. It's probably easier just to just keep walking. I have to lose weight, I think, is what it comes down to. I have to lose a little bit of weight, and then I can get off my knees. Get some of the weight off my knees and help them out, because it does help. Like, I've lost 11 pounds just working this new job, and it does help. Like, I can tell a difference. It helps. It's just losing weight is hard. It's so hard. Especially here in the US, where they feed us garbage. It's all garbage. You go out to eat, it's garbage. You buy stuff at the grocery store, it's garbage. Like, it's all garbage. And we know it. And I do feel like we're getting to a point where we're starting to change that. You know, starting to convince companies, like, hey, don't lie to us. Hey, don't feed us crap. Like, you know, be honest and don't feed us crap. But why should they be honest when our government isn't? Ugh. Okay, well, anyway, no government stuff. Just annoying. That's all. It's just annoying. Let's see. Yeah, so I was doing these to show how they would, each company would be as far as traveling. You know, I don't know if I like the tray on this one. Personally, I would probably pack a different tray. Oh, my cat wants in. To take with me. The pen itself is, no, it's not really doing it either. My carpal tunnel is being activated, and my hand is going numb, so I'll probably have to take a little break anyway and go get the cat that's, oh my gosh, wait, it just like shoved right up in there. I also really don't like this multiplacer. Really don't like it, because I just feel like what just happened with this, it's so big that the drills can just fit between the two sides. You know, it's not sitting comfortably on the outside of it. Like, you can actually just shove them right down into the multiplacer, trying to get them out. All right, let me finish with this color cat, and then I will come get you. 7 cats. I can't believe I have 7 cats. But it's starting to get better in our house. I will say that. Because we kept 2 of the kittens. And it's weird. The kittens that we ended up having, which, like, the kittens that we ended up keeping aren't any of the 2 that I thought we would end up keeping. The 2 that honestly I would have kept are gone. My 3D printer is making a weird noise. So I'm going to go get the cat in and check on the 3D printer and let my hand take a little bit of a break, and then we'll be back. But so far it's been 26 minutes, so I will be right back. All right, you know, I realize we can probably just like zoom in on this a little for the last two colors. Griffin, please. Griffin. Griffin is here. There's Griffin. He's taking over the house. Oh, yeah. See? I told you, he's taking over the house. He's just causing trouble everywhere he goes. Anyway. He's a cutie. He's an absolute cutie. Socks is licking the bacon grease on the pan. We don't have any water this morning because our pipes are frozen. That's fun. And that's a big problem. We need to address at some point. We'll center that a little, and let's start with the next color. There's only 2 colors left. Not much longer. We can do this. Here comes Griffin again, I think. It's just kind of funny how we ended up with Griffin and Leo. And yeah, last night I took Rebel to bed with us and actually got him to sleep on the bed with the kittens. So we're starting to get to a point where our house is starting to calm down as far as like, there's kittens in here. Oh my gosh. They're starting to calm down. And so we're starting to, like, in the beginning, Rebel would just see the kittens and just run the other way, hissing and crying and being upset. And now he barely reacts to them. So we're getting better. Slowly but surely. It's just taking its time. And I know we probably shouldn't have let the kittens out fully 24/7, but at the same time, I think it's just been for the best to just let them be out. Nobody beats anybody up, so that's not a problem. Every once in a while, Rebel will go after the kittens, but for the most part, unless he's upset for some reason, he doesn't beat anybody up. He does beat people. He does beat cats up when he's upset, though. And it doesn't matter who it is. It's whoever's in his way will get beat up. And that kind of sucks. And for that, I told him I was going to take him to the vet and get him some kitty Prozac because I just feel like he needs a little something extra. And I think he just needs a little bit of medication. But we haven't been seeing this vet for very long, so this vet doesn't really know him. And for vets, he's fine. It's not a problem. But if I'm like, yeah, I think he needs to be in a... Oh, now Leo wants in. Look at that. All right. I think that's Leo. Yeah, because Griffin has this cute little actual meow. So, like, when Leo meows, it's like, meow. But when Griffin meows, it's like, meow. And it's so cute. Because he actually says meow. There's Griffin's tail. That's Griffin. All right, I gotta go get Leo. All right, so we're at, what, 20... Oh, we got half an hour. Half an hour at this point. All right, I'll be right back. All right. Yes, we're letting the kittens outside, but that's just because the older cats go outside. And they don't go anywhere. They just stay in the, like, by our front porch and kind of run around there. There's, like, some fun trees out there that they run up and down. There's some... Hi, Leo. Leo's with us now. Leo. Mr. Leo. Leo, you stink. What have you been up to? I don't know if you can hear him purr. All right. There he is. There's his little head. Leo. Leo is a sweetheart. Oh, he's so sweet. He is so sweet. Alright, this is annoying me. I think I need to fix this. That's better. It's not perfect, but it's better. Alright. Yeah, so like I was saying, Leo is a sweetie. He's so sweet. He still likes my husband. He sleeps with my husband at night, not me. I mean, we sleep in the same bed. Right now, we're sleeping kind of like weird in the bed because Rebel isn't happy with the kittens being in the bed. So I've been sleeping at the, like my head's at the foot of the bed and my feet are at the head of the bed kind of thing. And so my husband's sleeping normal. So that I can sleep with Rebel. I'm such a sad soul. This cat is so spoiled. He's so spoiled. Does he know it? I don't know. But I end up sleeping with Griffin on one side of me and Rebel on the other. Which is awesome because Rebel knows Griffin is there and he doesn't do anything. But I always end up with Leo at my feet because he sleeps with my husband. So it's kind of different to have a cat not trying to sleep with me. He likes me. I'm not a spare human by any means. He definitely is like, I would choose you any day. But if he's here, I'm going to choose him. Which is nice. I like that. I'm happy with that. All the other cats have chosen me. Every single one of them. Unfortunately, now including Griffin. So 6 cats have chosen me as the primary person. And only one has chosen my husband. Like, to 6 cats, my husband is the spare human. Well, actually, Rebel kind of has started going into his lap sometimes because I'm usually diamond painting or doing something else and my lap is not always accessible for cats to sleep in. Whereas my husband is usually just sitting in his chair playing video games, so his lap is almost always accessible for cats to sit in. And Rebel has kind of said, hey, look, his lap's open and yours not, so I'm going in his. Which sucks for me, because Rebel is my baby. They're all my babies, but Rebel is my baby. Yes, I have chosen a favorite. Alright, but anyway, we're on this last color, and so far we are up to, like, around 33 minutes-ish. I don't have, like, exact time frame. I'd have to, like, go back and do the time frame on the videos and actually add them up to see what it's going to be, but we really are almost done with this one, and it's around a half an hour. Now, that's obviously not one of the harder ones, but yeah. All right, so let's see how this does in a frame. We have 3 frames here to choose from. I do believe this is going to be a 4x6, so we technically only have 2 because that other one's a 5x7. I think it's Dreamer Designs might be the 5x7. I'm just going to put these drills away before I continue on. So that was, yes, roughly around 34 minutes. So we were at 3:42, I think, before I grabbed the frames. So that I know if I want to do math. I'm probably not going to. We'll just say around 34 minutes to complete this. So a little bit over a half an hour. A very tiny bit over a half an hour. I think this one would look cool in this. Let's see if we can get it in this frame. Can I zoom out a little here? There we go. This frame or this frame are our options. I 100% think this is going in this frame. No issues, but I do think this would look cool in this, and I think we could get it in this without too much issues. So let's try it in this frame. So yes, if you went to Dollar Tree and you picked up a 4x6 just standard frame, this is gonna fit in it. There's no problems there. I mean, look. Like, you can clearly see this is gonna fit in this frame. No issues. So we're gonna try it in this. Where did all this dirt come from? My house. That's where, because my house is kind of dirty. Ooh, this frame has a nicer back. I don't know how. Okay, there we go. You can pop it off to the side there. All right. So this one actually has like, they're like pretty decent. So I think for this we would, you know what? I think we can just take this and tuck it kind of like into the corner here a little bit. And go under that. Okay. And then the same thing over here. We can just tuck it down. Into the corner here. Go under that. Okay. And then put this on. And that wasn't too much of a hassle, honestly. And these little like turn things, they're pretty nice. All of the other ones have had those like little metal pieces that you have to, whoops, this one, pop up and push down, you know, like when you're done. But these little turn things for it, that's pretty nice. So there we go. Okay, Paintgem, I'm gonna give it to you on the framing. That was really easy. And like I said, this was just a Dollar Tree frame. So, you know, $1.50, I think is what we're up to now. $1.50 for a little 4x6 frame. You know, simple, easy. They actually have the exact same frames at Walmart for around the exact same price, I do believe. I know because I like went down the framing aisle one day and I was like, huh, that's like the exact same frames that they have at the Dollar Tree. But anyway, yeah, so I got these at the Dollar Tree. Easy frame, easily framed. This looks pretty cute in this too. Like, maybe not the picture I would have chosen entirely, but you know what? It looks pretty cute in this frame. So, Paintgem, you framed up really nice and easy. That has been the easiest so far. I think one of them I actually had to kind of trim the edges to fit in the frame. So, yeah, so there's that. But like I think it was the Diamond Art Club. I had to trim the edges a little bit to fit in the frame. I'm not sure. But Paintgem went right in the frame. Easy. It took about 34 minutes to work up. So again, pretty easy, pretty quick, pretty fun. I mean, honestly, really fun to work on, even if I don't like the pen that much. And I would definitely bring different tools with me. I would choose my own tray and my own pen over using, you know, these. But this wasn't horrible. It's just, I've gotten used to a thicker pen and it's more comfortable for me. But yeah, that's about it for that. I mean, it's a fun kit to work on. I definitely want to finish the other ones. We have, you know, like, this is one that I want to return to. I want to finish them up because there's like this donut is super cute. You know, like there's super cute items. You know, like a cheesecake and a scone. And there's so many. There's what, 16, I think? 16 pictures? I don't remember what number this one was, but yeah, so 15, 16 pictures, I do believe. Did I have them in numerical order? Probably not. Maybe. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I don't have 3 in there. Here's 10 and 11. 15. All right. All right, so 14, 16, 13. I think there's 16 pictures, though. That seems right. Now it might be 12 or 3. Yeah. That might be 12 or 3 because those are the 2 that are not in here. But so fun, so quick, so easy. And they have cute pictures. So I'll give Paintgem that. I do think their toolkit is not the most. It's kind of like look at this dinky little tray. It's just a dinky little tray. I mean, this is a tray that honestly, if I wasn't doing this as it came, only what's in the kit, I wouldn't use this tray. I wouldn't. I would throw this tray away. Honestly. The pen is just a standard pen that you get in every kit. I don't like these multi-placers, but maybe there are people who do like this version. They're kind of the thicker ones. As soon as I see this kind of plastic on them instead of the white, so this is kind of like a clearish plastic, and you can just kind of see it's a little bit thicker. As soon as I see this instead of the white, I know I don't like them. I don't want to use them personally. I use it for this. It was okay, but I wouldn't choose it. If, you know, like given the choice, I wouldn't choose it. But this was fun. This is cute. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Let me know your thoughts on the mini kits if you have gone back and watched any of the other episodes. And yeah, just thank you for watching.